Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahawachodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who we learned this truth from through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashima Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much, we're going to do a lesson again. This is going to be a sharp rebuke, on brothers in this thing. All right, there's a lot of brothers that's being sluggard in this thing, and I'm going to set a reminder again. All right, and if you a guy, a brother that's an SOYWY, you better start getting your shit right, man. You better start getting your shit right. You better start doing lessons more. And I'm talking about because there's brothers that's not doing works. If I go on your channel and you're not doing works, you're getting kicked out. We're not doing that. You got to be doing works. So I got to do a reminder again. This is to do a reminder. I did a reminder in our group chat, but I'm doing a reminder in this lesson. If you're not doing works, and I catch you not doing work on your channel, you're getting kicked out. We can't have sluggard people around us. I don't want sluggard dudes around me. All right, I want to be around sincere brothers that's doing the works. This is to be working out your salvation, man. So I'm gonna get some scriptures on this, man. All right, we're just gonna go off the top of the head. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice. Again, we go out of camp once a week. All right, brothers may do it every Monday. Brothers may do it every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday. All right, brothers go out and teach at camp once a week. So whenever one of those days is, Monday through Saturday or Monday through Sunday, all right, there's a camp out once a week on that day, and we teach, right? Why? Because this is why. It says that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice. We're sacrificing ourselves. We're putting ourselves up as a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. When we go to camp, that's that spiritual altar, man. All right? We're putting our bodies up as a living sacrifice. But you got guys that's in the camp. They're not doing that. They're not doing it. All right? And then you got brothers that's doing this every single day. They're just putting a 1 minute clip up. They're doing it every day. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're putting up, a 1 minute clip, once every other blue moon. Okay, cool. But you're doing it every single day. No, you got to put a lesson up, man. You got to put a lesson. You can even get 2 precepts out. All right. And when you go to camp, you got to go out and you got to be consistent once a week. You got to be consistent with that, man. Because look, if you're not going to be willing to do the works of the Lord, then just tell us you don't want to do it and just say for you. Leave the camp, man. Leave. You would want to just leave the camp, therefore a brother to kick you out of the camp. You got to be diligent, and you got to be diligent in the ministry, man. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost in this thing. Romans 12:1, it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies up as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. That's the whole point of you being in the truth. You're going out to the highways and byways, right? You're fishing for the elect. That's your reasonable service for the Lord, man. There's no other reasonable service but to do the work of the Lord, man. You're not in this thing to impress anybody. It's not to be in this thing to be glorified, to get vainglory, to get the biggest amount of subscribers. It's not about that. You're doing your works for the Lord. You're showing yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord. You are showing yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord. All right? And again, just because you're in a camp, that doesn't mean that you're the elect. All right? Just because you're in a camp, that doesn't mean you're the elect. And just because you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, that doesn't mean you're the elect either. You have to show yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord. All right? Charity works a big part of diligence as well. But you got brothers that's so much charitable, but they're not doing works on the other end. You got to be doing works with that. This truth is in perfect balance, man. This truth is in perfect balance. If you're not going to be going out to camp doing the works, and you're not going to be doing lessons, leave the camp. I'm telling you, that's the best thing for you to do. Leave the fucking camp, man. Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies up as a living sacrifice. We be risking our lives when we go out there and teach every Saturday. We teach every Saturday. You know, elders and brothers of Great Millstone, they teach, you know, Monday, every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right, we're literally risking our lives out there. All right, we're not doing it for publicity. We hell with that. We're doing it for salvation purposes. So you really want to be taking that into consideration. All right, you want to be doing the works while you're in the ministry. Because I'm telling you, if you're not doing the works, all right, and you're just in this thing for just to be around people, then that's not a good reason to be in the truth. For you, it's not a good reason to be in the truth. You just in the truth just to be around brothers, just to be around somebody, then you're not fearing the Lord, and you're not working out your salvation. You're in these things, you're in this truth for the wrong reasons, man. You're in the truth for the wrong reasons, man. If you're not working out your salvation. This is 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence. All right, and let's look up the meaning of the word diligence, right? Let's get it.
Diligence.
It says careful and persistent work or effort. So that's what it's about. All right, persistent work or effort. You got to be putting effort into this thing. You got guys they're not putting effort into this thing. All right, they're not doing the works of the Lord like they should be doing. They know they're supposed to do works. They seen the elders say it. They see the elders of Paul's Great Millstone say it. They see brothers in GMS say it. They hear us say it. But you guys are not doing it. You're not doing it. You're hearing it, but you're not fucking doing it. And at the end of the day, it's going to put you in a position where you're going to just get kicked out. You're going to get that phone call, and they're going to, you know, brothers going to hit you up. I'm hit you up. I'm talking to you SOYWY brothers. You're going to get that phone call, and it's going to be, hey, you have a good journey in your journey of the truth, but you're no longer in the camp, and you're out of here. Because we're not going to keep we can't be holding your hands anymore, man. We've been telling you, brothers, for months in and months in and days in and months in. You see lessons of us saying it. You see the lessons of the elders saying it. Elders Paul's Great Millstone first and foremost. And you guys ain't doing works. So what's going to wind up happening is you're going to get a call and you're going to get let go. We're not fixed to keep reminding you. You know what you should be doing. You guys know what you should be doing, man. You know? Chalakia. You guys know what you should be doing, man. Nobody should have to keep reminding you over and over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. Let's go back to this.
Diligence.
It says careful and persistent work or effort. You guys ain't putting no persistent work in this thing. You guys are getting sluggard, man. You guys ain't putting effort in this thing. You guys are getting sluggard. It says wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling. See, your calling. Because when you come into the truth and you be aware of the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, you're aware of the ministry of the truth, you find out the good news that you're an Israelite, all these things, that is your beginning of your calling. That's your calling right there. Now that you know you're called into the truth, right? Make your calling, right? Give diligence to make your calling and election sure. And how are you going to make your calling and election sure? With diligence. With diligence, man. Because it's just not clicking. With diligence, doing work, persistent work or effort. We looked up the meaning of the word diligence. All right, persistent work or effort. Or if you're listening, because it's like it's not going through you guys' head, man. It's ridiculous. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore, rather, give diligence to make your calling, you as an individual. All right, not the whole thing. You and each and every one of us individually is making our calling and election sure. You should be doing that too. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You. All right, you should be doing it. Because if you're not doing it, then you need to leave. All right, go into the world. You know, you're gonna get kicked out like other guys did. That's what's gonna happen. Guys gotta start now doing stuff, man. It says, for if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. If ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So you have to be doing the works, man. Brothers is not going to keep talking to you privately. Hey, brother, you got to do a lesson. You ain't been doing a lesson. Oh, okay, come, Salakia. Then it comes again. You do one, and then you don't do one for a whole nother month. No. I don't give a damn what you're going through. All of us is going through shit. There's brothers that's working 92, 95 hours, 100 hours a week, and they still get lessons done. There's a lot of brothers that work a lot. I work a lot. And I have a kid. And I have a child. So there's no excuse, man. For you Jakes out there. And I'm a single parent. There's no fucking excuse. There's no fucking excuse, bro. No excuse at all. I don't want to hear it. I'm talking to you SOYWY guys. There's no fucking excuse, man. There's no excuse. There's no fucking excuse, man. If I can be able to do all that, be a full-time father and be in the ministry and work 40 hours a week, or sometimes 92 hours a week, and the Lord still make way for me to do my lessons, and I only get like 15, 20 minutes in between time, you know, there's no fucking excuse for you guys, man. There's no excuse. There's no fucking excuse. Brothers got kids, brothers going to school, brothers got work. We got a lot of things. But you shouldn't let nothing stop you from glorifying the Lord. Nothing should be getting in the way of you glorifying the Lord, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. All right? Let's get out that 2 Corinthians real quick. I mean that 1 Corinthians. So you guys got to start getting with the time, man. You guys are getting too comfortable. You're getting too comfortable in the ministry. And that shit has to stop. This is 1 Corinthians 15-58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. See, you got to be abounding in the work of the Lord. This is something that you are to be reminding yourself. This is the reason why you're in the truth. You're abounding in the work of the Lord. You're earning your spiritual riches, right? The scriptures tells us that. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. So you want to be abounding in the work of the Lord, man. You showing yourself worthy in the eyes of the Lord. You individually. All right, just because you're in a camp, that doesn't mean that, oh, I can kick back now, I can chill. No, you have to do the works of the Lord. All right, you have to do the works of the Lord. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unremovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So you have to be doing the works. There's no ifs or ands or buts about it, man. You have to be doing the works. All right? You have to do the works, man. Because you guys ain't doing it. You guys are not doing it, man. And I don't get you guys. I don't get why you guys are doing that, man. This is Ezekiel 33 and verse 31. It says, and they come unto thee as the people coming. Right, you got guys, and this goes for at camp. You got people that'll say shalom or shalom and all of that. Right? You got brothers that's claiming to be in the truth. They claiming to be this man of the Lord. They say, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah. They doing all of that. They giving fists up. They doing all that shit, right? It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. They'll say shalom. They'll come and say shalom, brother. They'll do all these things, right? They claim they've been in the truth this amount of years, right? They go down to the camps. They be under brothers. That's cool. That's awesome. Go down to the camp. If I could, I would. But I work the days that brothers do camp. And I be there from 8 a.m. and I don't get off until fucking 4. And then where I work at, you know, brothers teach at the strip. I work way the fuck up in Red Rock. That's like at least 45, almost an hour away. And then it's on a Sunday too. So there's a lot of traffic coming into Vegas because everybody's leaving from Vegas and going to California. So there's a lot of traffic. If I could, I would. But, you know, I have to work on the day. I do security. They're not going to let me call off. That's awesome. Go down to the camp, learn. That's why for me, if I'm not able to go down, I'll watch the clip of the brothers and I take notes. That's the best way I could do for my ministry, for myself, because I work 92 hours a week sometimes. Sometimes my hours switch throughout the week. It don't stay the same. But if I could, I would. But you got Jakes. They come around, brothers, They say shalom, they do all this, Yahweh Shem Shabbat, they do all this, all that. But they're not doing no works. It says, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words. So they go down to the camp, they listen to brothers, they got their 1611 Bible with them. They'll sit there, they'll go to the camp, they'll read scriptures or whatever it is down there, learning from the brothers of Great Millstone, etc. Right? Or even for us, we have camp. There's people that come by, sit there, listen to a minute, say shalom, do all that. They'll sit there, listen for a minute, right? It says, but they will not do them. They won't do the works. They don't do the works. And I said this many times. You can be under brothers all day. You can sit under brothers all day. You can chill with brothers all day. But you have to work out your own salvation. They can't save you. I don't know, brothers just think that, that's going to work for them, but they can't save you. Elder Apostle R can't save you. Elder Apostle Gabar can't save you. Elder Apostle Ramlab can't save you. Elder Apostle Rakah can't save you. Elder Yashawamba can't save you. Elder Karataza can't save you. Elder Manata Zagba, they can't save you. Elder Malcolm of Chicago can't save you. All right? None of the elders in GMS or apostles in GMS can save you. You as a follower of Great Millstone, none of them can save you, bro. You can be under them all you want. I'm not saying not to go down to the camp. Go. If I could, I would go. That's awesome. But you got to do something with what you're learning when you go down there. That's the thing. You got to do lessons. Once you learn from them, you got to start making your calling election sure. You don't have much time. And I don't know, Jakes is just be getting in this thing and they get comfortable. You don't have much fucking time left. You don't have time left. What the fuck are you doing in the ministry? What are you doing in the ministry? It's getting me vexed is because there's brothers that I'm around, they're doing this. What the fuck are you in the ministry for? What don't say salvation because you're not doing the works. You're not fucking doing the works. All right? I try to stay away from this topic, but I'm getting fed up with letting it slide. What are you in the truth for? Really, it's like what Elder Apostle Ramlab said. Ask yourself this. Why are you in the truth? You can't say salvation because you're not doing the works. You can't say you're in the truth for salvation. You got to do the works. You got to do the works. You got to pump iron. Spiritual iron. You got to push. You got to do work. You got to do something. Sitting there is not working out your salvation. Do something with it. Do something with it, man. You got to do something with the fucking ministry. You got to do something with it. Because otherwise than that, you don't need to be in the truth. You don't need to be in the truth, man. Ezekiel 33:31, it says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. It says, and they hear thy words, right? They'll come and hear the words of the elders, Apostle Great Millstone. They'll come and hear the words of us, the brothers that's under the banner of Great Millstone. They'll come and hear it and listen, right? They'll say shalom, all that, etc. Right? It says, but they will not do them. They will not do the works. They'll do the hearing, but they won't do the works. They won't do nothing with the ministry, right? And it says, for with their mouth they show much love. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, yeah, brother, this and that. The kingdom, Lord willing, we the elect. In the kingdom, this and that. We're going to be having women. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be changed. We're going to be doing this. But you got to do the works for all that. All that shit you be talking about, you got to do the works to get that shit. Brothers be talking about, we're going to have concubines. We're going to have this. You got to put works in to get that. You want to talk about spiritual power? You got to put the works in to do that. Don't talk about how beautiful it's going to be and you can't wait to get delivered and your ass is not doing no fucking works. You can't do that shit. That's like talking about, man, for example, man, I want to be on a basketball team. You talking about being on the basketball team. Man, I hope I be picked on the basketball team. But when you go out there to try out, you're not trying out. You're just standing there. While everybody else is trying out to get their position to be a corner, a shooting guard, point guard, you just sitting there on the sideline just staring. You're not doing shit. You're just sitting there on the sideline staring. And people trying to fight to get a position on the fucking team. This is what it's like spiritually trying to receive to be the elect. This is fucking tryouts, man. This is what it is to be the elect. We're on that fucking tryout zone, man. To get picked to be the elect or not. This is fucking tryouts. Whether it's this how you do fucking, high school. Again, I did track. I'm a former track athlete, as you can see. But when I was in high school, it was easy to get on a motherfucking track team. I did the 4x1, I did the 4x1, the 4x4, the 200, and the 400. I did all 5 events. All right. In the 100 meters, I ran 10.57. In the 200, I ran 22.3. And then the 4x1, I think we ran 43.76, right? Down to the 4x1. And in the 400, I ran, I think it was 49.8. And then in the 4x4, I forgot the time for the 4x4 because I did the 4x4. I was the first leg. And the 4x4 is all 4 athletes running and sprinting the whole entire fucking track. So I did all 5 of those events. All right. Phenomenal in high school. Went to college. I had to fight for a fucking position. And that's how it is with the ministry, man. You got to fight. This is why you're holding on to your own crown. You're fighting for your place to be the elect. This is a triumph. So this is why I don't know. Maybe you guys just try to do this shit just to, fit in and be around brothers. But we don't give a fuck about any of that. We're trying to do the works. We're trying to work out our salvation. It's okay to be, we're brotherly. We're a brotherhood. We're a family. Absolutely. But you getting comfortable in this thing. You got to get out of that. The elders even say don't get comfortable in the truth. You can't be fucking getting comfortable in the truth, man. If you're not going to do the work, stay away from us, man. Stay away from me. Simple as it goes, man. Salakia. Salakia, brothers. I'm still covering over little illness. Continuing. Ezekiel 33 and 31. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And it says, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. It says, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart, meaning their mind, goeth after their covetousness. Right? And that's the thing. You got people that hear the truth. The moment we start talking about Esau, they get upset and they walk away. Or you got those dudes that come into the truth, but they still embedded in the world. You got Jakes that come into the truth, but they still attached to the world. And that's another thing that I honestly believe was going on with an individual. That's another thing that I believe was going on with that individual. He's in the truth, but he got the things of the world that's sidetracking him, and he's being lukewarm in the ministry. And the Lord is going to reveal you out to the light. And once you reveal it out to the light, you're going to get kicked out. Simple as it goes. Because we're not holding hands, man. Brother's been in this thing, individuals been in this thing 6 years, and they're sluggard. There's no excuse on that, man. That is not a good spirit to be in. You've been in truth 6 years and you're getting sluggard. Ezekiel 33 and 32, it says, and lo, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song. It says of one that have a pleasant voice, right? Because this is the music, man. The gospel, this truth, these scriptures is the music, man. It says, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words. See, and that's the thing. You got a lot of hearers, right? But they do them not. So you got a lot of hearers in the truth, but they're not doers, as the scriptures say, man. These guys is not doers, man. These individuals, they're not fucking doers, man. And you guys are going to get kicked out. That's on the edge of what is going to happen to individuals if you don't straighten up. This is my last time telling you individuals. I said SOYWY. And you individuals know who I'm talking about. I have to put you guys out there because we already have private conversations with you. We already talked to you privately. Now we're going to bring you out to light. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. And if you don't do lessons, you're getting kicked out. You're going to get kicked out. This is James 1 and 22. It says, but be ye doers of the word, right? Be a doer of the word. You have to be a doer of the word, man. Flapping gums is one thing, but doing something is wholly different. It's like what my coach used to say. It's easy to say you can do this, you can do that, but you got to show it. Talk is cheap. Action is what matters. My track coaches always tell me that, man. He say, yeah, he'll say he'll. Because, people used to try to get me discouraged when we were race. He'll hear them. He would, my coach, Coach Small, he would hear them, these track racers say, oh, I'm going to dust you. I'm going to dust you. Yeah, you're one of the good, one of the best track players or runners on the team. I'm going to dust you. Right? And then Coach Small would hear him and he would say, Remember this. Talk is cheap. Action is what matters, man. That's what counts. And that's one thing that you brothers got to do, man. Talk is cheap, man. It's easy to talk and say, I'm a man of the Lord. I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. But you're not showing no action to back your shit up. You just flapping and just saying what you're doing. And you're not doing what you're saying. You guys got to start knowing. You guys got to start realizing that, man. When you come into the truth. This ain't Christianity. This ain't Christianity. All right? This ain't no damn, teenage group. We're not in high school. We're not none of that shit, man. This ain't prep school. You really got to do what you say you're going to do for the Lord, because the Lord's going to hold you accountable for that. The Lord is watching everything you guys are doing. I'm going to keep on saying that. The Lord is watching everything you're doing. So, this is James 1:22. It says, but be ye doers of the word. You have to be a doer of the word, man. Yes, you have to be a doer of the word. You have to be a doer of the word. It says, and not hearers only. You can't be a hearer only. You can't be a hearer only. You have to be a doer. You have to do the works of the Lord. If you're not going to do it, just say, look, this truth ain't for me, and I'm done. You need to say that. It says deceiving your own selves, because you got individuals that's claiming to be in the truth. You got individuals that's claiming to be in the truth, right? But they're deceiving themselves. I'm not ready. I'm not a prophet. You got guys that ain't ever did a lesson. Do a lesson. How hard is it to get 3 precepts on one particular topic and to upload it? How hard is that? It's not fucking hard, man. It's not hard. You can even get 4 precepts in. Guys don't fear the Lord. You guys don't fear the Lord, man. Verse 23, for if any be a hearer of the word, right? You're a hearer of the word, right? And not a doer. You're not doing the works, right? You're not being diligent, right? You're sluggard. He is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. So just look in the glass and see what's in it. Nothing is in the glass. A glass jar, a glass cup, nothing is in it unless you pour something or put something into it. But if you look at a regular empty glass, there's nothing in there. That's your works. Empty. Nothing. You got nothing to show to the Lord. And you're going to be destroyed for not doing the works. Yes, you're going to be destroyed for not doing the works. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling you guys that. You're going to be destroyed not doing the works. If you don't do it, you're going to be destroyed. That's going to be you. You're going to be destroyed. Because you could be destroyed not doing the works. Yahushua even told Peter 3 times to feed his sheep. So what makes you think he going to be different from you? Yahushua was on Peter's head tough for not doing the works. He was on Peter's head tough for not doing the works. So just imagine you. He going to be on your head. This is the same he was on Peter for not doing the works. You could be destroyed not doing the works. You could tell yourself and deceive yourself saying you're not, or try to calm yourself down, just trying to keep yourself occupied doing whatever it is. But the Lord is watching everything you're doing, and you could be destroyed not doing the works. You could be destroyed not doing the works. So that's going to be on you. You're going to get kicked out, and then it's going to be on you. No more holding hands, man. Verse 24, for he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, right? It says, and straightway forgotteth what manner of man he was. Because you know what you're supposed to do. You know the requirements given to Yahweh Shemashai. Elder Apostle Har said it. Elder Apostle Gabar said it. Elder Apostle Ramlab said it. Elder Apostle Rakah said it. Right? Elder Yashawamba said it. Elder Manatazakba said it. Elder Karataza said it. Many elders say it. All brothers say it. You gotta do the works. You gotta do the works. The brother Amon Abad said it. Big bro Hawashai Zion said it. Many brothers said it. You gotta do the works. The brother Amath, well, he's in Virginia now, but he was in Washington, but he's in Virginia now with the beloved brother Amon Abad. That brother said it. Many brothers said you're supposed to be doing the works. Many brothers said you're supposed to be doing the works, and you guys are not doing it. You guys are not doing it, and it's not even just to my guys. It's to you other guys that's claiming to be followers of Great Millstone. Stop going on Instagram and stop doing lessons. Do it on YouTube. Stop going on Instagram. Stop doing IG sit-downs. Go to YouTube and do it. Stop going to Instagram. Stop going to Instagram and doing IG sit-downs. Go to YouTube to do it. Go to YouTube to do it, man. All right? Verse 25, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, right? This man shall be blessed in his deeds. So you got to be a doer. You got to do the works. There's no if or ands or buts about that, man. You got to do the works, right? You got to do the works. You got to do the works. There's no if or ands or buts about that, man. So, man, we're not going to keep telling you guys over and over again to do the works, man. It's in the scriptures. I'm literally reading it. You guys got to fix your shit. Luke 14 and 23. Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and edges. So you have to go out to the highways and byways. Like I said, if you're doing videos, that's awesome. You're doing lessons, that's awesome. But you still have to go out and you have to teach. You're still supposed to go out and you're still supposed to teach. Romans 12 and 1 says that. That's the reasonable service of Yahweh Shemashai. So that's awesome. You're doing lessons, but you also got to go out and teach. You have to go out at camp and teach. You have to do that. Doing lessons is cool too, but you gotta do the whole thing. You gotta do the whole thing, 100%. You gotta do lessons and you have to go out at camp and teach. You don't have to go out into the city. You can go to a park. You can go somewhere of the places of concourse. You can go to certain areas, you know. But you have to go out on the highways and byways. You have to do that. You can tell yourself you're not a prophet. You can tell yourself you're not ready. You have to do that. This is Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and edges and compel them to come in. All right? Compel them to come in. Let's get the meaning for that word compel.
Compel.
Right? It says to bring about something by the use of force or pressure. It says force or obligate someone to do something. Right?
Oblige.
Oblige is the word. Do as someone asks or desires in order to help or please them. See? So you have to compel them to come in. Right? It says compel them to come in that my house may be fulfilled. This is an order that the Lord said, man. So you have to do the works. Right? When the Lord told Jonah to go to Nineveh to go and preach the truth, the gospel, he tried to escape it, right? And the Lord what? He put him into his afflictions and trials and tribulations. He was in the belly of a fish, right? And that was his hell for a little bit, because hell is a condition of affliction. All right, that's hell. And he was in the belly of a fish for a while. So you have to do the works. You can't escape what the Lord requires you to do. You have to do it. All right. So hey, man, I'm gonna get one more precept out, and then we'll wrap it up with that, man. You know, go out to the highways and byways and to do the works of the Lord, man. That's what it's about. You working out your own salvation. I mean, with this is Philippians 2 and 12, man. Because I'm not going to keep this long. It's simple. Do the works. This is Philippians 2 and 12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own, you individually, your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because if you fear the Lord, you're going to do what he requires you to do. You're not going to care. You're going to go and do it. You're going to go and do it if you fear the Lord. If you're not doing the works, then obviously you don't fear the Lord. And you're going to be destroyed. Because that's what's going to be your judgment. We are working out our salvation to be the elect. Again, I say this again. It's like doing tryouts, man. You're trying to try out to be on the team. Now, if you're not picked to be on that team, you could be a 2/3 to be destroyed, man. Because this is spiritual. You know, we're doing tryouts right now. We're working out our salvation to be picked to be on that team, to be that elect, man. All right? So you have to do the works. If you're not going to do the work, you need to just fall out. Hate to say it like that, but you're not trying to do the works. You're wasting your own time. You're wasting your own time, and you're playing with the Lord. So, hey, man, Lord wants us to edify. I want to give our honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Mashiach Razakah from the Servants of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And Lord wants us lessons edifying. So, hey, straighten up, man. Straighten up. That sluggard demon, that shit has to go. Alright? That shit has to go. Because I'm telling you, if I see your channel and you ain't got no lessons up on that channel, on your channel, you're getting kicked out automatically because we already didn't have private talks with you. We already didn't warn you. We already told you. We told you 3 times. We even got rid of some of you brothers before and you came back. Not brothers, but we got rid of certain individuals and they were on track and then we stepped them back and now they're getting sluggard again. So you're gonna get kicked out permanently this time. Stop getting comfortable in the truth. The elders say that. You can't be comfortable in the truth. So with that, Lord Williams lesson was edifying. I want to give all honors, glories, praise to Yahweh, and Shalom. Straighten up, man. We ain't got much time left. Straighten up. Shalom.